Greetings, my beautiful queens and kings. If you stopping by, welcome back to my channel. This is Sis Kathy Vet coming to you with another Country Wayne skit from these Country Wayne streets. Now let's get into it. Well, family, Larry tells Bethany to ask her dad to drop the charges against Lynette. You know, Larry, before you even ask this, you know it's not going to happen. I don't even know why he's bothering to ask her to do this. They seem to think that this woman is sane, that she's reasonable, that she has any, decent qualities or thoughts on Shara Lynette, and she doesn't. This woman wants revenge for that fight. She went to the dad. Yes, he did something unethical, and nobody else can ever do something like that, to file charges on people that we have a problem with because they did something for a relative. You can't do that. Lynette didn't attack Bethany's father. So how can you go make charges and get her arrested from someone who wasn't the victim? It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. But his privilege and favors got him to do that against her. And now you think what? Because she think it's okay because he was defending her? Like, no, if you wanted to do it, you should have did it. But because you didn't want to be the one to get your hands dirty, to save your marriage, you think it was any better to go to your dad and have your dad do it? Even though you didn't tell him to do it, you knew if you cried the blues to him, he was going to do something. Just like recently when Lynette came to the house, you went to your dad again. He's going to make his own assumptions because he believes what you says. Just like Greg just told him when they had a discussion, wanting Greg to drop the charges. No, you stand for her on all of her wrong and madness, and you cannot tell me for the life of me that these people didn't accept Larry because they know Bethany, her mouth and her attitude, and they wanted a bodyguard and somebody to always come to her defense, even if she's wrong, in spite of what she does. They always wanted Larry to be a fool and a sucker and risk himself for their trifling behind daughter. Period. And I don't know when you're going to let this family go. Stop begging her and her dad to do certain things that it's not in them to do. So let's get in here.
Listen, I'm thinking about taking you driving this weekend, depending on what happens with you staying at your mom's house.
Okay, thank you.
So I'll find somewhere for us to go and find a good route, maybe where we can get you up to a certain speed, and I'll try and work on parallel parking and stuff.
What y'all got going on here?
I got you your favorite burrito from Real Taco, and there's your vitamins. I noticed you didn't take them this morning, so there's some sauce and stuff. So.
Okay, well, I appreciate the food, but I need to talk to you.
That's my cue.
I mean, you don't have to leave, but...
Yeah, it's okay. Stay to chop.
No, she should leave. Because that's the problem. You say certain things that she should not be privy to in front of her as if she's already grown. Then when she pops off because she got this information, you want to be upset with her, Larry. You need to stop doing things inappropriate around her. She got enough more sense than you do to know she should remove herself from this discussion. You saying she should stop, and you about to get into this whole thing with drop the charges. Listen, she already heard enough of that madness. Stop having her around all y'all madness. That's the problem.
Place today.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she's staying in a child's place today. Look.
All right, that's fine.
All right, she having a good day.
Bethany! Come on, let's go.
So, I just had a conversation with Lynette. And with that, I'm going to ask you something I need you to do. I need you to talk to your dad about dropping the charges.
That's a joke.
And let this whole thing go with Lynette.
Look at her face.
Why would I talk to my dad about dropping the charges, Larry?
Well, because your dad's the one that brought the charges up. And I'm trying to be in the middle of everybody's mess. And this is creating more of a mess.
But Lynette chose to do what she did. And
why?
It's not my place to talk to my dad and tell him it's his decision whether or not he wants to do that.
It's not your place to do a lot of things.
Are you messing with me right now?
No,
But
are
you do
you
it.
You say it's not
messing
your
with
place
me?
to tell your dad, but you tell your dad everything. You
Sure
tell your
do.
dad stuff he could and could not
Sure
do.
do.
So you tell your dad pretty much how to run his business sometimes.
No.
I heard you say it.
No.
But now it's not your place to tell your dad that he can't drop the charges.
He was protecting me, Larry, when you didn't.
Oh,
Well,
please.
excuse me?
You
Shouldn't
didn't
have brought your
protect
tail
me
down
in
there.
Montana.
Bethany, I did everything I could do to protect you. I asked you
No.
not to go out there and do certain things.
Y'all
You
should
did
never
everything
allow her to
I
go
told
there.
you not to do. And the result is what happened. Now, I'm sorry that happened with you and Lynette in the fight, but this is going overboard. Your dad made some phone calls to whoever friends he got in another state and pressed charges and had her put in jail. I'm pretty sure she learned a lesson already. But now she's here, and you're here, and it's about to happen again. And I'm in the middle of you, her, and everybody else. I'm tired of being in the middle.
Then remove yourself from the middle. Tell him you don't want to have anything
How?
to do with it.
How can I remove it? No, because Jaden's gonna ask Dad, why is my mom in jail? Why is this? I gotta answer to my son and give him answers when he asks questions. Then for you, I'm always gonna be in the middle. It's like this triangle's going on. I'm right here in the dead center.
There has to be consequences for what she did, Larry.
Everybody has to face consequences for what they did.
That's right. Just
And
like
she
what
did.
I
She went
did.
to jail.
Just like what I did with the tape. I went to jail. Just like what she did with throwing her
Did
hands
you go
on
to
me.
jail for beating up your brother?
We haven't gone to court yet.
But that's something totally different. That's not for assault.
But he hasn't chosen to do that. And if he did, and that's what happens, then that's what happens.
Okay, listen. I just wanted to see if you
No,
would be willing
there's
to
no
okay,
reasoning
well,
with her.
I can't do that.
Well, if you can't, then
can't.
I will talk to your dad myself.
She
I'll
won't.
ask him can he drop the charges on Lynette and just move past this. So, that's all I wanted to ask.
Good luck, Larry. Good luck going groveling to that man every 5 seconds. You running to that man on your hands and knees, pleading with him to do right by you or listen to you with something. You may not be literally on your hands and knees, but that's what it sounds like. Groveling to Mr. Newberger to do something about his daughter or something for your family. Man, stop it. I'm like losing total respect for you. Like, man up if you want this divorce and tell her. Man up if you tired of what's going on and the situation with Mr. Newberger. You don't got to beg that man to do nothing because he's not going to do it. Period. I don't know. Lynette needs to just take on legal action, do what she can, speak to an attorney regarding the charges that they did, which was unethical. Nobody can go around pressing charges for another person just because they upset. I mean, who does that? Everybody could be pressing charges then for relatives, family, friends, and people they don't like if that's the case. But no, he did something that was totally wrong and not by the book. Even as a civilian, a lot of times we can report crimes. However, you can't sit up there and press charges. You can report, but there's certain things you can do, and you have to be an eyewitness to something, to a crime, and then you will report that to the police station and let them know the crime, and then the state will pick that up based on you as an eyewitness. If it wasn't done to you personally, yeah, you can report that, but to file charges for that, unless you was actually affected by that, it won't stick. You just there as a witness for the state for a crime. Period. So to sit up here and think that that's okay, Lynette needs to go and speak to counsel, and they can tell her legally what she can do. What was said to her, what was done, was that a part of a hate crime to a certain extent? And how much can she, what actually can she do to be vindicated for this? What can she do as far as pressing charges, maybe against with the Bar Association against Mr. Newberger for what he did, and find out if what he did was actually unethical and what can be done. And she may have a hefty settlement coming her way for that, but she needs to get all the facts and not try to take actions in her own hands and leave these people alone, Larry. Just leave them alone. Put in the comments what you think about this whole situation, y'all. It's absolutely insane, but why waste his time even going to Bethany? She ain't gonna change nothing.